Hello and welcome to this week's Pandey Politics. We have with us Mr. Rangaraj Pandey to speak about various aspects happening in Tamil Nadu and across India. Welcome, sir. How are you, sir?
God's grace, all fine.
Thank you, sir. As always, I want to start from the state. So, two major people leaving in two different directions. It's the state. I thought it will be a little quiet week for Tamil Nadu this week, with Mr. Annamalai going abroad and the Chief Minister himself going, I should say, coming to America. But looks like things are still brewing in BJP. I'm hearing a lot of noises, I should say, within the party right after Mr. Annamalai left. Is BJP becoming the talk of Tamil Nadu slowly and steadily?
It was always in that way only. When immediately after Mr. Annamalai took over as the state president of BJP, he and the party became the talk of the state. So, which is very obvious, even before elections, even before alliances, even now about changing him, bringing the new presidents, and about his travel and abroad studies, everything is a topic because BJP in Tamil Nadu is the fastest growing party. So, and as a president, he is the icon and the face of the party. Obviously, both will be criticized if they do anything, if they don't do anything even.
So, you don't see anything brewing inside the party right after Mr. Annamalai left? Because there are a lot of criticisms on why somebody was sent in the middle of his presidentship to take up a career or complete a course abroad.
As you said, he was sent. He has not flown over, or he has not quit, or he is not hiding anywhere. He properly intimated the High Command in Delhi, and they gave the green signal, and with their approval, he is going for studies, and that is only for 100 days. And in today's technical era, we can conduct even a government from anywhere. Very recently, our Honorable Prime Minister visited Russia and Ukraine and Poland, and very sooner he is traveling to United States also. So whenever they are going abroad, you can't say that the India is with no Prime Minister. So wherever they are, they can run the government. When the government is possible to run from abroad, obviously a party also can be run. It's a matter of a tweet and reports. They can conduct in a very easy way. I don't see public outrage, open outrage inside the party. There may be few murmuring, some agitation, some inconveniences among the layer 2 leaders. But I don't think anything they speak openly. So we cannot and we should not comment about what they think. If they say anything, we can comment about that. And because it is having the green signal of the High Command, I don't think anybody can take it to Delhi and they can make their point. So as of now, I don't see any change over in state presidency, and I don't see any threat to his presidency also.
Mr. Annamalai's final statement before leaving about implementing the 3-language policy, so the center will allot the funds for SSA, or the, as we call, the right to education. It's renamed. But what are your initial thoughts? Is because 2-language policy has been the base on which DMK government has been operating for quite a very long time. And then is the center arm twisting governments, not just Tamil Nadu government, or is the center arm twisting all this many state governments which have opposed this policy by not releasing funds for something that is the basic right of every child?
2-3 aspects are there. Center will never arm twist, but if you agree for something orally and by letter, and then you will take back your words, then who is betraying whom is the bigger question, whether the state of Tamil Nadu or the central government. That is the bigger question. One, we learned that it was Chief Secretary's written letter to central government that they will form a committee and they will go by with the PM3 school scheme, and they will sign in the agreement. That was promised by the state government, none other than Chief Secretary himself. Then what we can expect that they will come, state government will comply with the need. And even if they don't sign, you cannot expect money allotted for that particular team. If there is any particular allotment for general education schemes, certainly the central government will release. If there is any specific schemes and like PM3 or SSA or whatever, if that money is allotted for that scheme, only when you implement that scheme you can get the money. If the central government is allotting some 1,000 or 100 crores for aims in Madurai, then you have to utilize the fund only for the aims Madurai. You cannot divert the money, and you cannot, if you don't sign in for and you don't get the lands or required lands, and you cannot spend the money and you cannot expect the money for other one things, that will become another separate title.
No,
So
if
if
they
you
are not if they are not agreeing for SSA, why are you stopping the? I mean, why is the central government stopping the SSA funds? That is
I'm
two
telling
different
you,
things.
I'm telling you, no money was stopped in return. There may be a delay for reasons well known to the state government also. You might have noticed it is in two different aspects. One, as I mentioned, the letter from Chief Secretary to the central government, and a statement of Tamil Nadu School Education Minister being a politician. So you have to differentiate two things. One is political, another is executive. So the executive cannot, and I think they will never lie. Politicians may make any political statement, they have the right and they can do that. The central government never said that we have stopped. They have never demanded that only if you sign, we will release the money or we won't release the money. They have not demanded it. But we have to understand what is their three language policy is. What is Tamil Nadu government's two language policy is.
No, the
The
statement is Education Ministry withholds SSA funds for not accepting NEP provisions. That
Yeah,
is the statement.
that is what I'm saying. If you agreed for a scheme, you have to go by that, only that particular amount will be released. It is not GST amount, it is not state share amount, it is meant for a particular scheme amount. Whether it is SSA, whether it's a PM3, whether it's a whatever it is allotted in a particular title. Only if you go by that scheme, you can get the money. If you don't go by that scheme and asking for money, cannot be accepted, obvious one.
No.
If
That is, sir, I think I'm not making my question clear here. The
I'm trying
money
to understand
allotted,
better.
no, the money allotted for SSA is not being released because they are not in line for another scheme. How does this matter? Exactly, I concur with your point that only if you allot certain amount of money for certain schemes, it should be released for that particular scheme and it should be spent for that particular scheme. However, PM Shri schemes and SSA are not the one and the same. They are completely different.
They are not.
How,
They are not. PM's
yeah.
PM3 scheme is a part of SSA. That is a separate, not that's not a separate scheme. The national education policy, we call new education policy, is the broader one. From that, they have made Samraksha Suraksha Abhiyan. That is a Shiksha Abhiyan. That is a part of that new education policy. PM3 scheme is also part of new education policy. All these are the part of new education policy. When and I'm a third time I'm repeatedly say the central government will never stop any fund supposed to be released to any state. They will never, and they can't. If it is the right of a state to get the money, they will get it without any doubt. With there may be some delay for well-known reasons to known to them. I am not saying that there is no delay. And I can say very well that I'm very strongly can say no government can stop the right of their share. So they obviously, because obviously anytime the state government may go to reach the court and they can fight for it and they will obviously get. Now we are seeing in many other cases, whether it's between government and state governments, governors and state governments, and the central with the state, most of the time the courts are giving clear instruction the appropriate way. So if the fund supposed to be released in a particular head, that will be released without any doubt. If something complied and accepted by the state government and taking back their words, certainly the reservations will be there for the central government. I don't I'm not denying it. Obviously it will be there. Now I'm coming to the three languages policy and two languages policy. The Tamil Nadu state government is saying that they have two languages policy, and so that they will not accept the three languages policy, which is prescribed by the central government from the new education policy. When the Rajiv Gandhi was the prime minister, the previous national education policy was announced. On that, the Congress party, which is the alliance of ally of DMK now, even now, in that NEP, they have recommended Hindi as the third language, not as any other Indian language. Now, in the draft itself, and after the finalizing the policy, this new education policy is prescribing the state governments, the whole of India, to learn any Indian language. It is not restricting, limiting itself with the Hindi. They prescribe that you can learn any other Indian language, whether it's Malayalam or Kannada or Telugu, whatever, it's even Urdu, no issues, they are okay with. Whereas in Tamil Nadu, 51% schools are private schools. 51% are private schools. In all the private schools, they teach Hindi. In all the private schools, they teach Hindi. And just 2 days back, the Chennai Metropolitan Corporation, they had an agreement with the French government to teach French to Chennai Metropolitan Corporation school students. So just imagine 51% of our own state students already learning Hindi. And there are many schools in Tamil Nadu known to everyone. Many schools, I can say not less than 1,000 schools in Tamil Nadu, which will fine you if you speak in Tamil inside Tamil Nadu. So they are promoting Hindi and English in such a way that you cannot even speak in Tamil Nadu, and nobody is talking about. And the current chief minister himself has promised into the Muslim community that we will give exemption to write exams in Tamil, and Tamil as a language for you. We will give exemption to you. One side you are saying that we are promoting Tamil. The other side that you are saying for Muslims, even though they are Muslims, they are Tamil Muslims. They are born and brought up here. Only the religion is different. They call themselves as Tamil, and we are to agree that they are Tamils. And you are saying that we will give exemption to not to write Tamil exams. What sort of Tamil promotion is that? And you are readily putting agreements with the French government to teach France. So you are ready to teach French to Tamil students, not any other Indian language. I don't understand what sort of language policy is this.
Thank you, sir. I just want to slightly move to our neighboring state and talk about the HEMA committee report that came up against the Malayalam film industry, accusing the Malayalam film industry of sexual violation against women. So it has come as a shocker because it's I mean everyone in the industry or especially in movie industry, they are stars, and many prominent names have come up. First thing first, how do you see this committee report coming out after so much years of delay? The committee was formed long back. The report came very late.
There was a comment from some media people themselves that whether it is released now to divert the Wayanad disaster. People are blaming the Kerala government for not handling that disaster properly and the rehabilitation work and all. So whether that was released now, putting it in public domain to divert it or not, that's a separate question. But comments are there. One, it is the sexual abuse is not only limited to film industry, neither to Malayalam nor to Tamil or any other. It is not limited to film industry itself. It is there wherever male and female are working together, anywhere, whether it's IT company or industry or real estate or bank or a school, college, police, wherever it is. If there is both sexes are working together, obviously this type of charges emerges without any doubt. And it is not a new one in Malayalam cinema or any other cinema industry. That new, we very recently, a few years back, we have witnessed a Me Too movement, which hugely reflected in film industry. So everywhere it is there, the exploitation, the abuse, the molestation, everything is happening everywhere to most of the women. But because it is the film media, the extra light is obviously there without any doubt. The focus is there. So it is highlighted and discussed widely. Now, we have to understand a small, it's a major difference between exploitation and molestation. In exploitation, there is a concurrence. Might be misused, but with their concurrence. Might be misused. I agree, it's abuse, it's a misuse, but with their concurrence. In molestation, it becomes a crime because there is no agreement from the lady side. So, what we learned from these type of complaints emerging from Malayalam film media, those are all exploitations. They say 10 years back or 8 years back or 9 years back, some director or some producer, they exploited me. Just now, I have interviewed Mrs. Kushbu Sundar, a prominent politician and actress, star of South India as well as whole India knows that. She said, why you said yes on that day, why you are saying exposing it today. So that question remains. That's what her point is, and I too agree with that. If you are not okay with that, you have choices whether to pick up that. When we say abuse or misuse or exploitation, that might be a quid pro quo, a demand. If you want a chance to act in my film, you have to adjust for my needs. That could be the demand. If you say no, there was no report of compelling or blackmailing or threatening or anything. We have not received such a complaints. If those things happens, we can seriously make it as a treat that as a crime and putting FIR and putting them behind the bars without any doubt. We have to put them in the justice, no doubt at all. But as far now, we have not heard any such criminal activities, but of misusing and abusing and exploiting the woman. Then the question rises why it was not revealed, exposed on that day itself. You may not need to expose the name, expose the particular person, but at least you could have vocal that somebody is trying to reach, some director, some producer was trying to reach me and abusing in all those things. So I am against that. You can raise your voice. Certainly, as every other women in the industry and activist, they are all supporting you. On that day too, they might have supported you. So these are my points. You had choices of saying no. Why have not said no? And it was an abuse and misuse, whether it's a crime or not. And why you have not, why you have agreed on the day, why you are not, why you are exposing it now. Now, these are the questions surfacing in the media and everywhere, wherever it is discussed. But I strongly believe women are misused, abused, exploited, molested everywhere, whole world, in political arena, in film industry, in every other industry. We have to educate the male rather than the female how to deal with female. As our Honorable Prime Minister rightly wrote in the Red Fort, we should educate our, we are already educating our girl children how to go, the good touch and the bad touch, where to go, how to talk, how to receive, how to understand, all those things we are teaching our girl children. By the same way, we have to teach our boys too, that how you have to behave with the girl, and you should not see only as a physical and all. And of course, you might be aware, even if it is an extramarital relationship, if the concurrence is there, it is not a crime in India, and of course in United States too.
In continuation of what we were discussing, we know a very gruesome thing that happened in Kolkata recently to a medical student, practicing doctor. And in connection with that horrific incident, there has been a lot of protest that is happening, not just in West Bengal, but across the country. Even the Doctors Federation, they took it up. It was a big roar across the country. However, Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister of Bengal, her recent statement has kindled a lot of controversy. She said, instigating Bengal is not good. I am, and BJP has taken it up to to a big level, where she had to come back and tell that, she was not threatening the doctors. Rather, she was trying to pass on the message to BJP. And as you rightly mentioned, I was about to bring in Narendra Modi ji's speech on the Independence Day, where he said the state governments should take responsibility for women's safety. He mentioned this word. Um, and in continuation to that, Mamata Banerjee tried, pushing it the other side, and these things happening. Now, considering considering it as a matter of women's safety and crime against women, is it just going to be a state subject because it comes under law and order, or can the center improve its stand on various aspects like content that are being spread? Because there is a Ministry for Information Broadcasting. It's a very detailed question, but I just want to bring this angle into it. A lot of people are telling the gruesome attack that happened on the doctor, it shows a very sick mind state, and the mental health of the society plays a very major role in it. And the media content that is being showcased across the country can be filtered more. Don't you agree with me, sir?
Of course, as you rightly accepted, it's a very lengthy questions. Question will have a lot of dimensions, parts. I will try to answer as much as possible. I remember one. Miss Mamata Banerjee is planning and portraying and trying to divert this as a political game, and she's trying to blame BJP for well-known reasons. And we have to accept, everybody will not give up, that the law and order is a state subject. The central can enter in two ways, either with the NIA or with the CBI. If you want CBI to enter into a state, there should be three things. One, there should be ordered by the central government or state government, or the court has to be ordered, at least high court. So only then CBI can take any cases. If there is any terror angle in happening or any incidents, then NIA can come. So without that, there is no jurisdiction of any central agencies to come into the states. So and no state will give up the right to that. You can also maintain our law and order. No state will give up. So obviously, it is the mistake and lagging of the state government in West Bengal, Kolkata women doctors case without any. But Madam Mamata Banerjee very well aware the public outcry, the anger which is moving against her. So she wants to divert that anger to other side. She is threatening Assam, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Delhi, that we will do whatever we want. If you try to instigate West Bengal, we will try to do the same with all those states where you and your alliance are really. These sort of things is nothing but pure political game, and people will get more and more angry against her, because being a lady, she should try to understand the pain which the community, the society, the family, the women are facing by this sort of insulting the body, insult the noble thing which has to be celebrated, which has to be which is one of a divine nature. And these sort of politicians, being a woman, if she tries to divert the issue as a purely political thing, certainly it's not going to be accepted. And teaching the boys, educating the gender, and preaching the media, all this has to be done without any doubt. But action also has to be taken. Just preaching and coaching will not do that. And firm punishments, actions penalizing the culprits, and immediate punishments, that also work better in this society. If you can see, we have witnessed, you can recall also, we have witnessed many heinous crimes, till murder and all, assassinations and all, and they will be in jail for years. Some other time there will be some protest for them, supporting them on their region or their religion or their community or that whatever the reason. And there will be some special days of MGR, Jayalalitha, Anna, Karnanidhi, whatever. So they will be released earlier. All these sort of things makes the criminal, which will create no fear against the law. So they are all very free. They know that we can come out of jail very sooner, and we need not worry about that. There are lawyers, there is a judiciary. We can misuse them, and we can take advantages. And some other day we will come out. So the morality has to be there. The teaching, coaching, preaching has to be there, and the punishing and penalizing the culprits also should be there. Only by preaching you cannot avoid all those things. We have to teach, preach, coach, and we have to punish also. Both has to be worked in a simultaneous way.
Couple of questions. What about the role of controlling the media content?
See, of course, media is also part of the society. Though they are
No, not
those
just
there are.
this media. I'm not just talking about the porn sites or other things. Even the content that comes to your living room, the things that you see on TV or in small screen, or this things like social platforms like Netflix, OTTs, whatever it is, right? So all those content.
See, OTT platforms, you are able to see any sort of sexual abusing, misusing, tempting, erotic visuals, dialogues, screens, that you cannot stop them as a society. That will trigger in a wrong way. That will become the responsibility of the parents and teachers, not in general as a society, the whole community. I cannot live that. You have to grow up your children in a proper way. As I have mentioned this in many times, you are seeing lot of wine shops, brandy shops in the streets. Mostly 95% in Tamil Nadu, 95% men are the customers there. Not even 1% women are customers there. The Tasmak shops, the wine shops are open for women too. There is no bar, there is no restriction for women to get a arak or wine or brandy or whiskey, whatever it is, from the wine shop. But they are not going there. In that way, we have to grow up our own children in the right way, that you may have the access of all these things, but we have to avoid all those things. We can learn, we can know, we know what it is in appropriate time, in appropriate way. That in that way we have to educate them. In today's situation, you cannot avoid these sort of things, and we have a lot of blacks and checks and balance for porn videos and all. But of course, you all know that we are able to see whatever we want. Now the WhatsApp is there, the Telegram is there. So a lot of people are sharing the videos, and it is not only about OTT platforms, it is moving in the private platforms also. So avoiding that, restricting that, that has to be a family phenomena, where it has to start from the parents, I think.
My last question. Will legalizing prostitution across India bring down the number of crime against women?
Legalizing the drinking habit means there is no ban for drinking in India, other than limited states like Gujarat and Bihar. Throughout India, wherever, if you drink, it is not a crime. Whether that has brought down the drinking habit. So it is not that way, and we should not think in that way. Legalizing the prostitution will lead to most dangerous things. That too, in a country which is culturally very strong and long history owned country like India, that is going to be a disastrous. That will be a disastrous, because in future, if you legalize prostitution, a woman who may suffer from poverty, she may take this prostitution as a job for her survival. So If that is not, even now we can see people who started drinking just because it's available, it's openly available anywhere, just because it's available there. There are many huge crowd which will not we will have the liquor if it is not available. They will not take effort for that to have it. So because you made it very easily available, even though if there is in dilemma, they will have, okay, chalo le lenge, isme kya hota hai, we can have it like that. So if you legalize the prostitution in both sides, people who got married, who have very good sex life, who are very comfort with their family, they may also have a try. Okay, we can try something new, we can try younger, we can try black, we can try white, we can try Assami, we can try Keralite, like that. They may go for choices. And for women, the that could be a business choice, that could become a livelihood choice, and that will encourage the all those things. And I fear that will lead to huge human trafficking also, because once it becomes a business and legalized, there will be a huge human trafficking, and you cannot imagine where it will lead to. We know that even now we have prostitution happening throughout the country, we know, but a crime should happen in a criminal way, not in a legal way.
Thank you so much for taking time and talking to us. It's a great pleasure.